unfortunately, like in life, a lot of good things have bad things that come with them, right? And when we think about social media, we usually think with mental health that it's a negative thing. And it's really isn't, but it is at the same time because it's such a touchy topic. With mental health, unfortunately, when we do start feeling disconnected, we start to become bored. We start to get lonely. We start to feel this sense of we need an answer to whatever issue that we're having. And so we kind of go to social media for that answer. And a lot of people don't get the positive energy that they need when they do enter social media because we're surrounded by people who are either photoshopping, faking their lifestyles, not truly showing what's going on, and they try to set up a front about who they are and what they're doing and what their ideas are. But that doesn't mean every person on social media is doing that. There's also people out there who are trying to show the other side of the light. And I think the thing that we've been getting so lost in these days is that, and I think the most important thing is we're disconnected. We're more disconnected than ever with us with a app and a system that's supposed to keep us connected more than ever, right? And so we've created this issue, and I have to ask you, Will, has there been any points of times where you felt more disconnected rather than connected with social media?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think everybody's kind of gone through it, but it's very easy to get stuck in a cycle of the endless scrolling, right? And you had mentioned that people do go to social media to see, maybe find like an answer, whatever they use, Facebook, Instagram, MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah, back in the day. But um, I think a big part of that is also like people are also kind of shoving away like what's actually going on in the real world, and they go to social media to kind of cover it up, not necessarily even looking for an answer. And and I'm sure a bunch of others are guilty of that too, and for a long time too, because social media is designed that way.
With social media being designed that way, like TikTok, that it keeps throwing content towards you. It's an endless source of content that doesn't stop and will never stop because people are always posting. People always want to become TikTok famous. People always want to they see these people who are going from nothing to beginning to something once they get a certain amount of likes and certain amount of follows. And that's the issue. We're so stuck in this world of likes, comments, and follows that we lose this interaction of like just what humans need. Humans need a source of interaction. And social media is a source of interaction. Unfortunately, it's not a face to face interaction, which we do very well at and which we need. I feel like with energy, it's a lot easier to gain energy when you're in face to face conversations, when you can see emotions, when you can see the psychology behind somebody, and just to see how they react to certain things. On social media, it gives them time to react. You don't have to show who you are. You can put up a front and you can show like your whole other lifestyle. It's unfortunate. And Brandon, when you get disconnected rather than being connected, is there anything that you feel as if social media has maybe helped you get connected? And do you have any maybe positives towards social media and mental health together?
With that, I feel that with social media and a positive health, mental health to that, um, usually with that, I feel when it comes to social media, there's a lot of things that I see on there that kind of put me in more of a good mood, depending of what I'm looking for. So, for an example, with me, that kind of puts me in good moods. Like I look at a lot of inspirational TikToks. Like those are my thing. There's actually a TikToker that who I really enjoy watching. His name is Vic Blends. He is a barber, but also he goes around to certain areas. There's one that I actually watched today. He
Oh, I
was
know
in
that.
right.
Yeah, he's hype.
He is hype. He's really nice. Um, he was in Atlanta and he came across four kids. So he asked them like, can I cut you up real quick? He starts giving them free haircuts, this and that, and he starts talking to the youth because what his mission, what he likes, is that he wants to help with the youth and also bring positivity. So he asked them, what is your goal? What is your dream? What do you like to do? So he starts talking to them, and then like from right there, I start getting addicted to those videos, and I feel that it kind of makes me uplift myself because like I always personally with myself, I always wanted to help out the youth for my own community, but also communities that also suffer, and it's always something that's been in my mind. So just taking those ideas, it doesn't have to be exactly like that, but it's just you just you follow a blueprint that someone gives out, but then you add your own twist to it. So I feel like things like that or videos like that are able to give my mindset more in a positive way. So
With social media, I feel as if we can give a voice to people who are voiceless. and in communities when they need the GoFundMe's, when they need help, when people need to reach out for maybe some sort of medical bill, doctor bill, whatever thing that's going on in their life, there's people out there who do want to help, especially if they're very close with you, friendly, and they understand who you are. That gives the voice to the voiceless. And it's really important too to always give back to your community. I mean, here at YNA, we're trying to give this mental health information to people that are out there who are struggling with whatever they're going through.
I noticed that more. Like in recent years, like people being genuine, like on
Yes.
social media. It used to be like influencer central and like people living these fake lives, and now like you really do see a slight change in social media with people being genuine. Now there's like this genuine wave.
And I think that's so important because as social media needs to evolve, we will evolve with it. And as we slowly go down this road, I think instant gratification plays such an important part. And I know how of an important topic that is to you, Cheyenne. So maybe give us a little bit of what is instant gratification and what are the bad things about it and what can it lead to?
When it comes to instant gratification, I mean, like we live in the age of like we get everything now. Everything is just instantaneous. So when we see people at this high level or they're already producing at a high level, it just it makes us feel like this should be easy. It's because when we try these things and they end up not being easy and they actually take this amount of work, it we almost self-reflect upon that and we just feel like we're not doing enough almost all the time. But I mean, like, I feel like a good comparison would be like when you see a professional athlete just playing any sport like football, basketball, golf, literally any sport. You're watching them play at like their best, at in their primes, and what you don't see is them working in the gym, the work that it took for them to get to that point. So all we really see is kind of their highlights in life. And that's like what we see in social media too from all these influencers. You see all their highlights, you see all their highs because nobody wants to show the lows.
And even your friends.
Yeah, and most of the time these people it's not like they're setting these guidelines to success. They're just saying like I did this and I got this great success, and they leave out the work that it took or the specifics of it. And that's where everything kind of gets lost in translation. And it just leads to us feeling bad about ourselves because it's really not realistic for you to just jump into something and be the best at it, to do your best, to even if you give it your all, everything takes work, everything takes practice. Nothing in this world is just reliant on pure skill. And that's where I feel like we lose a lot of it.